Alright, welcome back to another episode of Island Revolution.
これまでのこと、ちゃんと覚えてる？
It's a revolution! The morning sun gives me energy. The lingering aftermath of the typhoon must have dissipated, as the wind has lulled and the waves are lapping calmly at the shore. It's the perfect weather to set out on a journey.
お疲れ様です、クルツ町長。3000回刹那を連れてまいりました。
ご苦労、ハリス太郎巡査長。
This fucking turd.
スバル、こいつは以前土壇場で逃げ出したことがある。よく見張っている。
分かってるよ、父さん。
Sure are a lot of people here to see me off.
さて貴様。
It's Sanzenkai Setsuna.
どうせ通り名だろ。向こうに着けばもはやその名で呼ばれることもなくなる。
Piece of shit. I'm still Sanzenkai Setsuna.
一人で勝手に吠えているがいい。貴様には言いたいことが山ほどある。が、今の貴様の姿を見ているとその気も失せるな。
Then just shut up! Shut up! I look down at myself. My hands are bound with a pair of metal handcuffs and the policeman is holding me firmly by the arm. I just need to hunch over a bit and throw a coat over my head and it will be perfect.
刹那くん、刹那くん。
The officer whispers into my ear.
もう少し辛抱しててね。出航したら手錠外してあげるから。
Really? I don't mind staying like this.
船の乗員は？
私とこの男、それから船長の3名です。
それだけか？少ないな。以前のように暴れ出した時に対処できるのか？
今回は手錠もしておりますし、問題ないかと。なんなら僕が本土まで乗っていこうか。
いや、それには及ばん。島を出るのさえ見届けてしまえば我々には関係のないことだ。それに海の上では逃げ場所もないのだからな。時間にはまだ早いが、とっとと出航してくれて構わんぞ。
Shut the fuck up! The preparations to deport me are proceeding without delay under the mayor's command. I do expect nothing less from Mr. Mayor. Large and in charge.
おい、聞いてるのか船長。早くこの男を積み込んで船を出せ。
The captain's grizzled face pops up from the bridge.
短期中だ。ちった待ちやがれ。
そうか。
たく、せっかちな野郎だぜ。これだから丘の門は。
Wow, he's a real old salty dog. I've got serious goosebumps. However, while I want to set sail for the new world ASAP, this means there's still some time before departure.
それで父さん、例の話だけど。
さっきも言った通りだ。私は認めるつもりはない。
Those two have already started shattering, so I've completely dropped off their radar. I see. That's how it is, huh?
私は単なる当主代行に過ぎん。本来御三家は長女が継ぐべきなのだ。
父さんはいつまで形骸化したしきたりにこだわるつもり？
形骸化などはしておらん。御三家が女を跡取りにしてきたことには意味がある。もちろん今もな。
でもそれが彼のような男に付け入る隙を与えたとしたら。
Subaru shoots a glance my way. Huh? Me?
彼はクルツ家を潰すためにカレンの誘拐を企てた。
Hey, what did you just say?
まさか。あれはただの向こう水なバカだ。
Yeah, exactly. Wait, who are you calling an idiot?
彼はこの島に来るまでの記憶をなくしていると言っているそうだけど、それを確かめる方法は？
それはないが。
本土には敵も多い。こういうことをしそうな連中に心当たりは？
Kurutsu Subaru is putting forth a relentless assault of arguments. Even Mr. Mayor is starting to struggle for comebacks.
男に比べて女は非力だし、情に流されやすい。特にカレンのように世間を知らずに育った人間は、誘拐の格好のターゲットだ。今にしてみれば、もしかしたら母さんの件も。
これは終わった話だ。
The mayor's sudden roar rips through the air. The gulls who had been roosting on the moored boats are sent flapping into the air in surprise.
ごめん。つい余計なこと。
No, you did it on purpose.
だけど父さん、きっとこれからも同じことは繰り返されるよ。
What is his goal? What is his intent in trying to frame me for a real kidnapping?
カレンがクルツケの名を背負い続ける限り、あの子は危険にさらされ続ける。
Hey now, don't tell me.
父さんはクルツケと自分の娘とどっちが大切なの？
Don't tell me his...
それはもちろん。もちろん娘だ。
He's doing so easily that which I couldn't.
クルツケは僕が継ぐ。二度とカレンを危険な目に遭わせないために。
わかった。好きにしろ。
What the heck? He's used me as a pretext to free Karen. And moreover, he's gone and got his hands on the real position of power on the island.
3000回刹那。
Yeah? What? Kurutsu Subaru's mouth moves, forming silent words. I'm no pro at lip reading, but I can still tell exactly what they are. Thank you? Thank you. This guy!
聞いていた通りだ。これからこの島は変わっていく。もはやあの子には何の利用価値もない。今日からは普通の女の子だ。分かったら二度と近づかないことだ。
What a farce. He announced I have no intention of seeing her again. I mean, he observed plenty of my cowardice yesterday.
ところでスバル、カレンは？
まだ部屋で寝てるんじゃないかな。昨日は随分疲れてたみたいだし。
確かか？
そんなに心配しなくても大丈夫だよ。出かけに様子を見てきたからね。
Well, I figured as much. I wasn't imagining anything so sentimental as they're coming to say goodbye. You have to be an idiot right now of all times, really? But they say, so she's asleep. It seems like this really is the end. He's taken everything away, everything from me. It's really all over.
せつなくん、準備が整ったみたいだよ。そろそろ行こうか。せつなくん？
Sorry, just let me say one last thing to him. I shake up the officer's hand and move to stand in front of Kurutsu Subaru. There's so much I want to say. Still, I'll opt for just one thing. We're both men, he and I. I'm sure he'll understand what I'm getting at. I take a deep breath, then... I'm never letting you have my ass again! Let's go, officer! Take care away, Captain!
もう最後まで君は。
おお、こいつは威勢のいい兄ちゃんだ。気に入ったぜ。乗りだ。
Ah, sorry!
ちょっと待て、3000回刹那。
おお、こいつは威勢のいい兄ちゃんだ。気に入ったぜ。乗りだ。
おいスバル、今のはどういうことだ？説明しろ。
待てー！
スバル、ことと次第によっては
訂正しろー！
Farewell, my beloved people! Farewell, my beloved hometown! With these memories that will last me a lifetime safe in my heart, I set out on my adventure. The little boat slices through the wind, gliding smoothly across the surface of the ocean. Like an old-time pioneer, it forges a path where there are none without hesitation. With every breath, with every heartbeat, a new world is unfolding before me. I am at the very edge of the world. Yes! I am free!
手錠かけられてる人間のセリフじゃないでしょう、それ。
Could you not stick your ear in when I'm having a moment? It really kills the mood.
はいはい。いいからこっち来て。外してあげるから、それ。
The officer produces a tiny key and fiddles around with my wrist for a moment. Whoa, my hands feel so light! I am free!
今だけだからね。
Hey, Captain, how are we doing? Have you lost our pursuers?
逃走中じゃないからね。護送中だからね。
Captain, let's make that luxury liner our next target.
海賊じゃないからね。警官乗ってるからね。
I mean, he's always been a bit of a party pooper, but come on! Captain? Captain! The captain is grasping a ruler and staring off into the distance. And he makes no move to turn around. Don't tell me there's some kind of problem.
あの人は海の上ではいつもこうなんだよ。仕事中は決して他のことに気を取られることがないらしくてね。
A real sea dog. Amazing!
で、ついたあだ名がポセイドン。
So cool! There are all kinds of people in this world, even on that tiny island. And when I get to the mainland, I bet I'll meet even more eccentrics. I can't even imagine. Speaking of eccentrics, that Karusu Subaru is really something. I never thought that you'd see Mr. Mayor give in to someone like that.
私も驚かされたよ。もしかしたら島の歴史が変わった瞬間だったのかも。なんて、それは大げさかな。
He might just be the one to change things. He could start a revolution. That's the feeling I get. And his name will forever be remembered on the island.
悔しい？
Regret what?
自分でできなかったこと。
I had a chance to change the island too. If I had taken him up on his offer last night, then right now I do. If everyone is happy in the end, then I'm fine with it. Plus, I want to live a normal life. Worrying about the island and revolutions, well, that's not for me. Up until now, my life has been a far cry from normalcy. So it's hard to believe that I'll be able to live a normal life from here on out. But it will still be better than living a life destined for the history books. I'm fine with leaving those troublesome things to him. In return, I get to be free.
さりげなく、私とカレンちゃんの婚約も解消されてたよね。
That's great. Now you're free too.
まあ、クルツ町長とやり合う必要がなくなったのは助かるけど、私は少し悔しいよ。
The officer looks out at the sea and bites his lip. It's one thing from me, but why would he be?
本当にこれで良かったと思ってる？
What do you mean?
君はカレンちゃんと二人で海に出た。昔の私ができなかったことを君たちはやってのけた。なのに、こんな結果に終わって。
This again? It's the natural outcome. I set out to sea and then I gave in to my fear. I couldn't keep a firm grip on the rudder like the captain up there. I didn't have enough conviction, determination, or whatever else you need. It was all my fault. You reap what you sow, I guess. That night, Rinne had said that Karen would definitely come. But she had also declared that Karen and I couldn't possibly be together. She was right. We are destined never to be together.
それは違うよ、せつなくん。新しいことを始めるときは誰だって不安を感じるものだよ。
So whose fault was it?
悪かったのはカレンちゃんだよ。カレンちゃんは君と生きていくことを決めた。だったら君を支えてやらなくちゃいけなかったんだよ。
No, I'm the one who should have supported her.
それは当然だよ。でもお互いに支え合わないと、不安を分け合っていかないといつか倒れてしまう。それが人は一人では生きていけないってことなんじゃないかな。
When I was crushed by anxiety, paralyzed by fear, Karen stepped in and proposed returning to the island. But what if she had encouraged me back then, even with just a single word? What if she had forced a smile and laughed off my worries?
あと一歩でよかったんだよ。あと一歩カレンちゃんが踏み出していたら、君たちには違う今があったんだよ。
He's right. I'm sure we could have taken another step forward. Of course, more fears and worries would have been waiting for us ahead. But then I could have taken another step. And Karen, the one after that. We would continue like that, on and on. Keeping our eyes fixed straight ahead and never straying from our course. On and on for the rest of our lives. And before we know it, there would be a different future in front of us. One completely different from our current situation. My vision blurs. I realize now, for the first time, the magnitude of what I've lost. And also how precious what I had was. Karen. How irreplaceable with us. Karen! Ah! Huh? The girl of the adult comes flying off in front of me.
もう男同士で恥ずい話してんじゃねえよ。
Karen!
ったく向こうに着くまで隠れてるつもりだったのによ。くせえんだよ。あんたも貯蔵室の中も。
Karen, what are you doing here?
悪いかよ、私がいちゃ。
No, but...
迷惑か私。
No, I do. Oops, sorry.
迷惑か私がついてきちゃう。
I do, but back at the harbor, he said she was asleep in the room. That was bullshit. Was that?
今朝兄貴に言われたんだよ。もう少し頑張ってみろって。
That next step that she do fail to take. Had Cruces about to realize that too?
私はさ、ずっと流されっぱなしだった。あんたと島を出た時だって、引き返した時だってそうだ。今ここにいるのだって、もしかしたら兄貴に言われたからなのかもしれねえ。けどこの先は違う。私の人生は私が決める。だから文句は言わせねえぞ、せつな。
Yeah? See, we can deal with this. Our worries and fears can be dispelled this easily. Yeah, I'm gonna live my own life too. So, Karen, no ugly crying this time.
私がいつ泣いたっつうんだよ。
Remember when you were wailing that you wanted to go home?
はあ？適当言ってんじゃ。いや、そうだな。ガキみたいに泣いてたよな、私は。
Oh?
思えば、あんたには泣かされてばっかだった。
I'm sorry.
けど、出なきゃ気づけねえことだらけだった。
Is she saying there was some point to all that going around in circles? That the time we spent together wasn't wasted?
悪かったな、せつな。誰でもいいだなんて言っちまって。あんたじゃなきゃダメだったよ。あんたが連れ出してくれなきゃ 泣けなかったよ。
It's the same for me. There were things I wouldn't have realized if she hadn't shed those tears. I need her.
あのね、君たちね、ギャラリーがいること忘れてない？
Great. I hope you have popcorn. Oh, have you been here this whole time, officer? Never mind him. The real problem is the captain. If he insists on taking us back to the island now... The captain is still gazing straight ahead, still completely oblivious to the rest of us. A proper seaman. I'm getting chills!
カレンちゃん、ちょっといい？
あ、太郎さん。
いいよ、もう。駐在さんで。そっちの方が呼びやすいでしょ。それより、これからどうするつもりなの？
せつなはどうなるんだ？
本署に連れて行って、それからしばらくは取り調べを受けてもらうことになるね。
じゃあ、私もついてく。
それは構わないけど、長くなるよ。何日か、下手したらもっとかもしれない。
Seriously? I have no money. Where am I gonna stay?
君は大丈夫だよ。拘置所が待ってるから。
私も大丈夫。兄貴からおふくろの住所を教えてもらったんだ。
夏美さんの？
Karen hands him a piece of paper and the officer mutters as he scans over it.
近いね。
しばらくはおふくろのとこに厄介になるよ。その間にバイトでも探すつもりだ。
Kurotsu Subaru sure has done his homework. Has everything so far gone according to his plan?
だからせつなは安心してお勤めしてこい。
Am I guilty as charged?
未成年の誘拐は情状酌量されにくいからね。これで2度目だし。
Hey, aren't you an accomplice here? Got red-handed!
私はほら、一応婚約者だから。
Come on! I thought that was called off!
じゃあ、聞いてなかったってことで。
Bastard! Is this all part of the plan too?
まあ、冗談はともかく、今日の件はさすがに罪に問われないと思うよ。カレンちゃんは母親に会いに行くだけだし、何よりご家族が認めてるしね。
Kurotsu Subaru, huh?
これからこの島は変わっていく。
He really means to change things.
もはやあの子には何の利用価値もない。今日からは普通の女の子だ。
The island will never use her again. Karen has been given the freedom to choose her own way of living.
分かったら二度と近づかないことだ。
He never once tried to pull me and Karen apart. So what he really wanted to see was never leave her. That was a cheap trick I pulled, making them think he's gay.
え？スバル君はホモセクシャルだよ。
ああ？
もしかして知らないで言ってたの？
お兄ちゃんが？どういうことだよ、駐在さん。
ああ、そういえば家族には秘密なんだったか。
本当に？
Damn.
うん、昔迫られたことあるしね、私。
What's with this incestuous island?
私のお兄ちゃんが。
Don't get down about it, Karen. People have all sorts of sexual preferences. Take the police officer here. He might look like an upstanding guy, but he has a thing for married women. He's really into MILFs and...
ちょっとせつな君。
Similarly, I'm actually really into big boobs, but... Well, don't worry, Karen. I'll love you the best.
胸を哀れんだ目で見んじゃねえよ。
How about you?
どうしてんなところで性癖告白しなきゃいけねえんだよ。
Not that. Do you love me?
どうしてんなこと言わなきゃいけねえんだよ。
Because I want to hear it.
じゃねえか。
I want one more time. No, I didn't hear it. I was blind.
言ったろ。
I was blind. I didn't hear it.
言ったって。
Guess I missed it.
もうわかったよ。わかったって。一回しか言わねえからよく聞いとけよ。
I'll open my eyes. After taking a step forward, a different future awaits us. A future so dazzling that I couldn't even have imagined it just a short while ago. So brilliant, I can't even put it into words.
だ。
What was that? That was too strong. I couldn't hear.
ざけんな。
I fully remembered out here. I wish you heard it yesterday.
うぜえな。好きだよ。大好きだよ。
Oh, Karen, land ahoy! Is that the mainland? The road ahead of us won't be smooth. There will be times when we stumble over stones. Times when we come up against big walls. There will be hills and valleys, and one day we might even come to a fork. But the most important thing will always be that next step.
大きいな。
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna be the first to set foot on land.
いや、私だね。
I'm older, probably.
だったらむしろ譲れよ。大人げねえな。
Then how about we compromise and I step onto the land with you in my arms and a bridal carry?
どの間を取ったのか知らねえけど、普通に二人一緒でいいだろ。
Then let's do that.
まるで渾身のアイデアを否定されたみてえにすんねえんな。
We've been led to this point by a whole bunch of people. But now it's time for the two of us to walk forward by ourselves. Still, we don't need to worry. When Karen's too tired, I'll take a step. When I've lost heart, it'll be her turn. We'll go on and on like that, keeping our eyes fixed straight ahead and never straying from our course. On and on for the rest of our lives. And before we know it, there in front of us.
一緒だからな。
Yeah, together. It's the future we promised one another. And there it is. But you know what? Fuck the credits. We have more stuff to go through. The ground at the mainland quietly, wordlessly accepts us as we step onto it for the very first time. Perhaps because of the many hours aboard the boat, it still feels somewhat unsteady. But I'm sure I'll soon get used to it. Are you really okay with this?
私たちは夜までに島に戻ればいいからね。しばらくこの辺りで時間を潰しているよ。
What if I run away?
逃げないよ、君は。
When we reached the port, the officer made a proposal. He suggested Karen and I go see her mother together. But who knows how she'll take it if I show up I'll show up unannounced. Ugh, I'm stupid. The officer cuts off my protest with a quiet murmur.
連絡も入れてないんでしょ、カレンちゃん。
I look towards the quay. Karen is standing there, gazing vacantly out to sea, probably in the direction of the
君
island.
にできることはきっとあるよ。
I see. He's telling me to go with her because she's probably really nervous. After all, she hasn't seen her mom in 5 years. It's her daughter, so she'll probably won't cruelly turn her away. But that doesn't mean she'll welcome her with open arms. After all, Kurotsu Natsume did abandon her family once already. You're really not coming?
言ったでしょ、君は逃げない。ならついていく理由もないよ。
That's not what I meant. You're okay with not seeing Kurotsu Natsume?
まさか、どんな顔して会いに行けばいいの？
I think you could just laugh it off.
それができるほど私は大人じゃないよ。もしかしたら再婚してもう苦痛じゃないかもしれないしね。
Miya Suehara? It's been 5 years. She could already have divorced again. You can be her third husband.
ますます笑えないよそれ。
Is that how it is?
私はいいんだよ。彼女が幸せでさえいてくれたらね。
But this is your chance. Don't you want just a glimpse?
人のことはいいから、ほら行きなさい。時間ないんだから。
He thumbs me on the back a few times, like he's telling me to hurry up and take that next step. Alright, I'll take him up on that. Hey Karen, let's go! For ourselves, not for anyone else. Oh boy. The address in Karen's note is about an hour's ride on a local train line away from the port. But we have a hard enough time of it just making it to the train station. Whoa! Look! One of those legendary convenience stores! Let's go read the comic!
はずいからやめろっつーの。
Traffic lights! There's a traffic light!
いいから落ち着けよ。田舎者丸出しじゃねえか。
Look! Pavement! So what? We are country bumpkins. Yep, that city is full of temptations for people like us. No matter where we look, something new captures our attention, and we're barely making any progress. Look, Karen, shaved ice for 700 yen. Can you believe... Karen? When I look back, I find Karen has stopped in her tracks in front of a shop window. Did you find a cute costume? It seems to be some kind of a woman's fashion store, and Karen is looking troubled as she compares the gaudy dresses behind the window with her own reflection in the glass. Hey, what's the matter?
いや、改めてさ、私って芋っぽいなって。
Google, help. Frumpy, what is it? Dowdy and old-fashioned? Okay, I'll go with just old-fashioned. She's fiddling with the end of one of her twin tails. Don't worry, no one's looking at you in a city this big.
そこは嘘でもいいからそんなことないとか言えよ。
People can't transform themselves in an instant, even if they want to. They change gradually while they're not even aware of it themselves.
そういう薄っぺらいセリフもいらねえから。
But it's too embarrassing to compliment her outright. Still, looking around me, even the girls in school uniform are wearing a light covering of makeup and all manner of accessories. We might be a bit out of place.
ああ、気にすんのやめだやめ。どうせ私は私だ。行こうぜ、せつな。この先が駅のはずだ。
Karen glances down at her notes again, then takes my hand and starts walking. It seems like she's determined to forget about her country bumpkin complex for the time being. Good! In a sense, I suppose this demonstrates her adaptability. Your brother really thought of everything. He even drew you a map.
だろ？私の自慢の兄貴なんだ。
Your gay brother. Come on, it's not that bad. It seems like that shocking revelation has traumatized her slightly. Well, whatever. It's a good chance for her to cut the apron strings.
そうか、そんなんで家を継いじまっていいのかよ。次の代はどうすんだ？
Knowing him, he's probably already accounted for that.
どういう意味だよ。
Adoption. I mean, we're no longer in an age where a few specific families have the whole island under their thumb. It's true that the three families once existed to protect the island, but now they're what stands in the way of the island's development. The island's future representatives can be chosen democratically. matrilinear customs will disappear during Kurotsusubaru's time, and the hereditary system will end with the next generation. The island will start to carve a new history. The homosexuals will start a revolution and change the course of history.
人の兄貴をホモホモ言うな。
You shouldn't discriminate against sexual minorities, Karen.
私のお兄ちゃんだけは別だ。
Seems like cutting those apron strings might take a while. I can't lose to him.
なんか言ったか？
No, nothing at all.
なんだよ。隠すなって。
But I am dumb. I was just thinking that maybe I should become a flaming homosexual too.
巨乳が好きなんだろ。じゃあ無理だ。
She's never letting that go, huh? No, actually, I recently realized that flat chests totally do it for me too.
うるせえよ。私はこれでも普通だよ。平均だよ。
Right. I never said anything about you.
だったら胸をチラ見すんな。
No, you got me!
バレバレだっつうの。
Damn it.